Hey there, welcome back. My name is TJ and I am the owner of Meticulous Man Services. So in these videos, we're going to be talking about pricing. How much does it cost? And the first thing we want to go ahead and kind of put out there as one of the things that affects how much it costs is individual versus professional house cleaning company. Specifically, we're going to talk about individual in this video. In the next video, we'll go ahead and talk about professional house cleaning companies. Now, if you're looking for, how much it costs, you want to get your house clean and you look for an individual, some of the things you need to be aware of is that with an individual, typically they have a low, if no, overhead cost. So because of that, and that they don't have a lot of things that they need to maintain, then they're going to be charging a lot less. It's just kind of how it works. They don't have a whole lot of things that they need to spend their money on, so they pass that all on to you. Some of the other things to think about with an individual is, with an individual, you don't know like how many clients they have, how many homes they serve necessarily. You might get to know that as if you were to hire them and get going. However, you may not know that initially. So that kind of comes into play with how often will you be able to get your home cleaned? How reliable are they going to be for making sure that the schedule that you're looking for is what they can provide? The other thing too with an individual is, whatever they provide, what do they want you to provide? What do they bring? What kind of things do they do? What they don't do? These are all things that are going to affect the cost. And we'll talk about more of those later on. But the main thing to also think about when you're looking at hiring an individual is, one, depending on how much you pay them, how often, all that stuff, you may be liable for things like their taxes, Social Security, Medicaid, federal, all that kind of stuff. So you'll want to keep that in mind. Also, when it comes to injuries, if they get injured on the job when they're in your home, most don't have insurance that covers them. A lot of people will go ahead and get their liability, which covers you and your property if something damage comes along, and it also depends on what type of insurance they have. So you'll want to go ahead and check with your state and local area to kind of find out, how does this work, making sure that one, they are protected as the individual coming into your home to provide the service, and that you are too. So make sure you check, your local areas with the laws and the labor stuff. Also check with your insurance, your homeowner's insurance, because they might be able to tell you a little bit more about what happens if somebody who is not insured gets injured in your home and what you can do to help mitigate that. So in the next video, we're going to go ahead and talk about the hiring a professional house cleaning company and what that entails. And hopefully at this point, this has been really informative. If you have any questions in regards to hiring an individual, please go and put them down in the comment section wherever we have that, and we'd love to hear from you. But until then, I hope that you have a wonderful day and make sure you clean less and live more.